so that we could eat them together. I carried these through the airport like they were my newborn babies, trying not to squish them in my bag. So I played it quite safe with my flavors, but they had so many different ones. Let me show you. This was the menu. Different macarons in lots of different colours and flavours. So that's a little macaron. Macaron. So, lots of different flavors from these top three, which were the signature flavors. Then these, which were the Infiniment flavors. No idea what that means. And these, which were the bold flavors. So I went pretty basic with my flavors, and I got a pistachio and a vanilla and a rose raspberry lychee. Got three macarons. Okay, let's try the first one. Okay, so this is the first one, and this is Infiniment Pralina Pistachio, which is pistachio, but obviously it sounds better when the French say it. It is very green and it is crispy on the outside and I think gooey. Gooey in the middle. That is very pistachio-y. That was the tiniest bit. Oh my god, okay. Okay, let's try this. I'm just gonna bite it. Bon appetit. These biscuits, I don't know what this is. I thought it was going to be crunchier than that. Okay. I didn't know what to expect from a rest of that one. I might come back to it at the end. Let's try the next one. Okay, so the next one is this one, which got crushed despite my best efforts. This one got crushed in my bag, and it also got a bit discoloured here because it was touching the pink one that you've not seen yet. But hopefully it will still taste the same despite the damage. Crumbly, crispy shell of a macaron. Okay, and this one is Vanille de Madagascar, which is vanilla. But again, it sounds better when the French say it. French and English is basically the same, you just pronounce the words differently. Not that I claim to be able to pronounce the words correctly, by the way. I don't. Oh my god, also, I tried a snail. So, I was giving it the whole, I'm in Paris. I ain't scared. Bring me those butter, parsley, snails, s'il vous plaît. And so they brought over this plate of snails. There were 6 of them, which they serve in the shell, by the way, which is crazy. Crazy. And I was trying to eat this snail, and I swear to God, it was regenerating in my mouth. Like, I'd bitten into it, but for every chew, it felt like it was fighting back. And I honestly, I felt like asking the waiter, like, bro, are you sure this snail is dead? Because it's not acting like it's dead. It's like snailing around. I was freaking out, man. I was freaking out. And then I was thinking, look, I'll just play it cool, reach for a napkin, have a little cough, and like eject the snail into the napkin. And my friend saw me reaching for the napkin, and she was like, do not spit that out. Do not. And I was like, ah. So, I didn't. But at that point, I wasn't even eating anymore. I was involved in a power struggle with a snail, and the snail nearly won. Okay. That is, it's nice, but very, yeah, it's very plain. You know what would enhance this no end? A cup of tea. Do you think it would survive a cup of tea? I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I have tea. Steaming cup of tea. I feel like this will enhance the macaron experience. Is this going to be too hot to drink? Probably. It's fine. Let's try it. nicer. I'm sorry, French people. Cheers. The tea just makes it like gooey and squishy and warm. Oh yeah. Yum. Okay, and the final macaron is the one that I am most excited to try. Let me get it. This one. This is the final macaron, which is pink shell and white middle. To be honest, I don't know if I liked the sound of the flavour of this one, but it was in the signature collection, and the woman at the counter told me that this is the most sold flavour, and also it looks quite cute, let's be honest, so I bought it. This one is called Ispahan, which is, I don't actually know what that means, but it's a strawberry, lychee and rose. Interesting combination. Ispahan. So let's try it. What the fuck? Am I having a snail moment all over again? I can't work out what I've just put in my mouth. I can't believe that that's the most sold flavour. That's crazy. What the fuck? It lingers. Okay, I'm not getting raspberry at all. I am getting lychee, but the overwhelming aroma and the overwhelming taste is florist. Let me see if this improves it. I don't get it. Like, if I was a bee trying to pollinate, that might be inviting. But otherwise, I'm just not on the same page. I don't think I'm going to finish that. I'm actually quite sad. I saved that one thinking it was going to be the best till last. But it was actually very disappointing. You and that macaron would get along. Oh. Okay, so I think my favourite part of that was the tea. Place your bets for how much it cost for 1, 2, 3 macarons from Pierre Hermé. It was €12. €12 for 3 teeny tiny little biscuits. 3 teeny tiny little macarons. Was it worth it? No. No. For the experience, and to say that I've tried them. This is like the snails all over again. For the experience, yes, it was worth it. But for what it actually was it worth it? No. But the good news is